logical or delusional? Disclaimer. All right, let's get started. Thank you for joining me today. I just saw this article on the Daily Mail. It's the 24th, and I did go away this last week, and it ended up staying 2 additional days, and got home late yesterday. So, sorry, I'm just getting one made today. I thought I would be back sooner. But the Daily Mail, Sarah Vine, Prince Harry, if you still want security for the family, make sure your mates at Netflix pay for it. And this was written on the 15th. Prince Harry does not pick his moments, he does pick his moments, doesn't he? Just in case the Queen had temporarily forgotten about the nightmare that he and the Duchess of Sussex had visited upon them in recent months, here he is to remind her that whatever other pressing issues she might have on her plate, it's all about him. What a whining, pathetic bore this man has become. What an entitled, seditious little ingrate. He's trashed his family, splashed his grievances all over the world's front page, and kicked his 95-year-old granny when she's down. Now he needs to make sure that he doesn't demand she or the British taxpayer has to stump up for his family's protection when they are in the UK. Let's be in no doubt, it was Harry and Meghan's own decision to leave behind the royal trappings in search of a different life in America. Theirs and theirs alone. She says, or this just a picture of him, it basically just goes back to talk about what we just said, that it's all about himself. She said, what a whining, pathetic bore this man has become. What an entitled, seditious little ingrate. And while they may delude themselves that they were forced into exile by an ungrateful nation insufficiently appreciative of their gracious presence, the truth is they really didn't have to go. They went because it suited their purpose and because their ambitions exceeded what they saw as parochial, limiting confines of dear old Blighty. They went because they had convinced themselves that they were being poorly treated, when in fact they had been given every opportunity to make a success of things. They just couldn't be bothered to try, which is fair enough, but it's their life after all, their choice. But own it. Instead, they've spent the past 2 years blaming everyone else, when it was not the other person's approach toward them that caused all their problems in the first place. It was their appalling attitude and their determination to see the slightest criticism as an act of aggression. How true that is. Anyone who treated them with anything other than total psychopathy, even within the ranks of their own family and advisors, they became an enemy. Truth is, we all adored them both until they started acting like a pair of woke evangelists, lecturing the world about how people should behave whilst demonstrating spectacular levels of hypocrisy and arrogance. Hopping on private jets when it suited them while they were going on talking about climate change, luxuriating in the generosity of the British taxpayer and the trappings of the royal standing, while refusing to play their part with anything other than resentment and rancor, abandoning their duties for the sake of a life without responsibility, but with a newfound opportunity to trade on their titles and status to secure lucrative deals abroad for spilling the royal beans. Now they know they weren't supposed to go out and try to trade on the brand of the royal family. That's why they couldn't use the word royal or keep their Instagram royal Sussex or Sussex royal. It was all for this reason. And while they've continued to label with their title of Duke and Duchess or Harry with Prince as often as possible, it's just made us all feel like this is just too much, and he has no respect for his grandmother or for the rest of the members of his family. It is all about them. All right, continuing on, second paragraph. They cast themselves as victims at every turn, refusing to accept their own part in this tedious and never-ending drama. Fact is, they lost their taxpayer-funded security protection because they chose to relinquish their royal status and move halfway across the world to sunny uplands of California. Why should the British people continue to pay for two people who want nothing to do with Britain or the royal family, when they've called them all these names, when they've talked about the people there, but yet they continue to want the royal perks? And I think to have that status of a very important person so that no matter where they travel in the world, they can be treated and have the red carpets rolled out and have them zoom through the town and to get where they're going. Let's hope that's not what Harry is asking for. If you want security, Harry, make sure your new mates at Netflix pay for it. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to stump up in exchange for another no-holds-barred monathon about the wicked folks back home. Why do you want to go back, Harry, if they're such terrible people? And I don't think, in my opinion, that Meghan wants to go back, that she's using this as an excuse, but I don't think she will ever let those kids go back, and I don't think she'll go back, no matter if they do give in to all their demands. She knows your popularity is in the tank there, and she's not going to be embarrassed by being booed in front of other members of the family or face up or admit anything that she's done. The fact that he is choosing to embark on this course of action in such an aggressive way and through legal channels at a time of great difficulty for the Queen is just the last straw as far as I'm concerned. I agree. They could have called her, worked this out with his father, with his grandmother, with the people that are in charge of this, without trying to go and sue the Queen's government. Proof, if proof were needed, that Prince Harry really has become the kind of fellow who would sue his own grandmother. Well, we've seen that. And then, of course, Newsweek puts out a little article that Harry and Meghan urged to sue over pictures at restaurant with Eugenie. Now, Newsweek goes on to say Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have been urged to sue TMZ for publishing paparazzi pictures of a dinner with Princess Eugenie. And she has a husband, too. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex were photographed with Harry's cousin and her husband, Jack Brooksbank, over the weekend in a restaurant in Santa Barbara. Well, if you wanted privacy, and we've heard that other restaurants wouldn't put up with your, I guess having your security inside and being seated away from people, allegedly. But you're seated out to what appears to be an outdoor dining area right next to the plastic walls that come down so that everyone can see you, and you're seen laughing and in an unnatural way, I feel like. And, of course, it's backgrid photos. I feel like that this is what you had wanted all along, that, in my opinion, you were trying to upstage someone. Says, however, another media expert suggested Meghan and Harry might struggle to win a lawsuit. Professor Tim Luckhurst, principal of South College at Durham University, told Newsweek, in the circumstances, I don't think they could have any reasonable expectation of privacy. They were dining at a public restaurant. They're not world leaders. They weren't doing anything, and they didn't appear to even notice that they were being photographed. This, of course, was Prince Harry with Princess Eugenie at the Super Bowl last week. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, we don't beef with all the royals. We had real beef with Princess Eugenie. And this is from TMZ. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle got a taste of what they left behind in the UK because one of the royals made her way to the US for a little chow and a little conversation. I also don't believe that they got to go to the house, or if they did, that they were able to see the children. I just don't think it's possible. And I think they stayed in a hotel that was provided by the company that Jack was there promoting. I don't think that they stayed with them, but I think they may have had dinner with them, or, she saw them a few times. Princess Eugenie and hubby Jack Brooksbank broke bread with Harry and Meghan in Santa Barbara over the weekend. That's just her face. This one's Eugenie. The other one was Meghan. What does upstage mean? Divert attention from someone toward oneself. And what did they do? They released these, or allegedly, the TMZ and whoever else released these just at the time when Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge, is over in Denmark working on her early childhood initiative and explaining to them how it works in the UK and sharing that. And so it says, Kate in Copenhagen, Duchess of Cambridge, arrives in Denmark for solo visit. Please excuse me for my voice. And here she is with Princess Mary, whom I love. And there again is Harry and Eugenie. But it says that they were urged to sue. So, of course, we haven't seen an article come out in, I don't know, a couple weeks. She has nobody else that'll speak out for, but Patrick Adams was her co-star, played her love interest and husband when she was on Suits. And he comes out and Meghan says, in the Mirror, Meghan Markle's Suit co-star says she made fun of him after seeing him naked. 7 hours ago now. And then, of course, it's in Entertainment Tonight and Hollywood's Page 6. Oh, also look at the People cover. It says Meghan Markle's Armani dress worn for Oprah interview named Fashion Museum's Dress of the Year. Yeah, I would say it could go into a museum of the worst dresses that anyone ever wore. But anyway, on more to Patrick. So Meghan, I guess, is quoted as saying that Meghan Markle's Suits co-star says she made fun of him after seeing him naked. This is all she can talk about, and this was just in the paper. It's like she's trying so hard to come up with things, and here she is making fun of another actor that she was in Suits with, and that their alleged roles were written off at the same time right after their marriage. But that's what many of us believe, that her contract was ending, and that's why she was looking for a rich aristocrat, because she was afraid that she would never get another role. She's very insecure, in my humble opinion. And then we have the beautiful Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge. Can't excuse my voice. I'm so sorry. I guess it's just being tired and stuff has kind of caught up with me. So one other thing, it says in People that Prince Harry now files new libel complaint against Daily Mail publisher. He had previously filed a symbolic or won a £1 in damages from the Mail on Sunday after winning their legal case against the paper for publishing the 2018 letter that she sent to her father. Well, I think that's still waiting for the third and final appeal, but they just want to get their version of what's going on out there. Although it's unclear which article or story the complaint is about, a spokesperson for the Duke of Sussex confirmed to People that the Duke of Sussex has filed a complaint against Associated Newspapers Limited. Well, which is it? They're thinking about it, or people are advising them against it? Which is it, Harry? But I want to thank you all for watching, and I want to know what you think. Do you think Harry picking this time to do all this is a bit delusional? Is he trying to be logical? It's not logical at all to me, and I think that Meghan does control what goes out there, and that she is trying to upstage Catherine on her trip, and she only wishes that she could be on the cover of magazines and papers just for the good she's doing. But no, she's on there for the terrible things that she's doing, and that's what she's known for, and people have no use for. They have, she's left a sour taste in their mouth after the way she's treated people, walked on people, used them, and I wonder how her previous co-star Patrick feels about making fun of him. I don't believe the story came from him. I certainly believe it's from Meghan's camp. But that's just my opinion, and I urge everyone to do your own research and check into things for yourself. But I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll be working on another one hopefully tomorrow, and hopefully I'll get my voice back a little bit. We had a great weekend. I may share some pictures on the next. It was 3 couples, and we went down to the beach and just had a great time. And in our state, the mask mandate has been lifted now as of this weekend. It's some states have, some states have not in the United States, and I imagine they're still being worn in other countries, or I haven't heard that the rules have changed just yet. But thank you so much. Again, I appreciate you watching, and I'll try to be back tomorrow, make another video for you. Hope everyone is having a great week. Thank you.